That's blood. I thought it was the American flag for a second. 3, 2, 1. Here we've got Olivia's dream cake. Children's drawings always look slightly cursed. There's always like a demon in the corner or something. Then you ask them, who's that? And they're like, that's my friend Teddy. He died in 1947. A 6-year-old girl's dream cake looks like... There's a lot going on. There's polka dots in every single color. There is grass on top of the cake. There's a rainbow growing out of the grass. Then there's a waterfall, but instead of water, it's every single color of the rainbow. And then there's lollipops and also love hearts, some on sticks and some floating around the cake, butterflies, all of this on a bed of grass, flying candy, and rainbow bow ties. This is only gonna cost me like $500. I honestly think that's how much it costs. Olivia, you clocked in. When I said use all the colors of the rainbow, that was written in my message. I can see that you've done just that. There's also a page behind it because I also wanted to see a slice of the cake. This is what Olivia's cake is supposed to look like on the inside. And it's supposed to be strawberry flavor, which I also requested for them to tell me if they have specific requests for the flavor. It's essentially a rainbow cake. I really do love it. I think this is so fun. How is it so colorful on the outside and then goes and it's a literal rainbow on the inside? Olivia, if you're watching this, I give this a 10 out of 10. This is incredible artwork. We're going to see what ChatGPT and a real baker come up with when I send them these scans. Here we've got Olivia's cake. I cannot wait to see what the cake actually looks like, but also the AI generated images. 3-second disclaimer, if this is your first time here, you might think that I'm going to fake it or that I've seen the cakes. I truly have not seen it. Not the AI images, not the cakes. The only thing I've seen so far is the actual drawings because I was the one messaging the parents. I'm gonna start with ChatGPT's version of Olivia's cake. So I've got the drawing on one side, and on the other side, I'm about to show you ChatGPT's version of Olivia's cake. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god! Wait! This looks incredible! Also, it kind of looks like it's made of Play-Doh, but it's so incredibly realistic. Even the hearts on the side with the sticks were drawn perfectly. The little bow tie candy all around the bottom. The rainbow also kind of looks like a drawing, but it kind of looks realistic at the same time. The red edge in the bottom, the grass. It's such a good representation of the cake. I feel bad for the baker because I have the cake in my house and we're going to see it, but there's no way because the amount of detail that ChatGPT somehow put into it, it's very impressive. I know we're supposed to hate AI, and I do hate it, and I don't use it for most of the part in my creative life. A perfect rendition of Olivia's cake. I'm going to switch to Gemini, and this is Gemini's idea of Olivia's cake from the outside, which is pretty good as well. I would say it's not as good as ChatGPT, which is really shocking because Gemini is usually the best one at creating images with Nano Banana, but it just isn't as good. Could it be that this one just looks a little bit like not colorful and just a little boring? Like the polka dots are not colorful. Doesn't look as creative as Olivia's version, in my opinion. I like the butterflies. I think they look really, really cool. I like the candy. I do like the rainbow waterfall. I just wish there was more color to it. Kind of like the rainbow on top. Olivia cooked and somebody microwaved. So now we are going to see who wins. Also, why is my iPad upside down? Now we're going to see Olivia's cake made by a baker versus the AI images. I cannot wait. What a time to be alive. Let's do it. So here we've got Olivia's drawing made by a real baker. And also I'm going to spin the cake. This is a new thing. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is insane. What? Hold up. Stop. I am completely blown away by this. I don't think I've ever had a cake that was nearly as perfect as this. This looks so much better than what ChatGPT did. I've never seen frosting that looks like this. I have a whole series about cakes, and I've never seen a cake that even looks remotely close to this. So perfect. I'm gonna need to insert the side-by-side of Olivia's drawing. I've got the drawing right next to me, and can I just say, they've done an insanely impressive job. Like, the attention to detail. They've done the grass on top of the cake, which you can't even see from there. I've been making cake videos for what feels like a lifetime. You know, we've done so many episodes of this, and I can honestly, truly say this. This is the most technically executed, detail-oriented, aesthetically pleasing cake that I've ever seen. It is such an incredible interpretation. I'm gonna do the side-by-side of the AI version. I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I never thought this would be possible, but this baker kicked AI's ass so hard that it's not even funny. ChatGPT, get up from the floor and stop crying. This is why AI can't even compete with this baker's level of skill. Using pixels, AI can't do what this lady did with all these actual materials. It's so imaginative. The most beautiful part, in my opinion, is the rainbow, and I love how the rainbow on top matches with the rainbow waterfall. All the little candies that Olivia drew, this is like an 11 out of 10. It's the greatest cake I've ever seen. The grass on top, there's rock candy, upside down ice cream cones on top, a cupcake, lollipops, and then this beautiful waterfall. It is, for anyone who thinks AI is coming to take anybody's jobs, not while this baker is still alive. For as long as this lady is still breathing, ChatGPT, you're gonna have to get a lot of updates to get to this level of skill. Imagine having this level of skill. It truly is beautiful to think about it. Like, somebody made this with their hands. Like, they probably worked their entire lives to get to this level of skill. And also, shout out to Olivia, because it comes down to the idea. A lot of cakes look amazing because the idea is amazing. I wish Olivia was here to have a slice with me. If you have more budget for a part 2, I will actually fly the child and the parent to my house to have a slice of cake with me. But for now, this is the budget we're working with. Support the video so we can take this to the next level. Also guys, how amazing is the new feature where I get to... Hold up. I'm gonna make it super slow. Okay, is that too slow? Can we appreciate my new spinning cake technique? People who think all the time. That's me. So here we've got the slice of cake that Olivia imagined on the inside of the rainbow cake, which is essentially a rainbow, and it's supposed to be strawberry flavor. Let's see how ChatGPT envisions this in 3, 2, 1. Olivia's one has more layers and it looks more colorful. This one, while still colorful and still a rainbow cake, and it looks very real, and the strawberries around it is exactly what Olivia did. I cannot wait to see the real slice of cake versus this. Okay, let's see the slice of cake created by Gemini. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this slice of cake looks a lot better than ChatGPT. This one looks like Olivia's cake. It's so good. I have to put like a side-by-side so you guys can see. This is very impressive. This is what I was imagining. Thinner layers and just multiple colors, kind of like random. I love that the strawberries have a smile. What in the AI slop is going on here? That strawberry is saying, kill me please. Oh, that's not. This is a children's video. The only thing left for us to do is obviously to get a slice of it, Olivia's Candyland cake, and see what the inside is like. Is it going to look like Olivia's drawing as well? This is painful for me because I genuinely believe this is art. This is my Mona Lisa, is what I'm trying to say. But we're gonna do it. I feel so bad because I know how much work was put into this. Bubble gum on top. Are you joking? That cuts like butter. This is going to be the softest cake ever. Is this even real cake? Okay, the rainbow slide it has lived better days. Let's put it that way. This is becoming the Boston police slide. And if you don't know what that is, consider yourself lucky. Guys, I'm gonna cut the rainbow slide because that's the only way to get this out. This is why I wanted to make this video, because children just think different, you know? So let's see. Does this look like Olivia's slice of cake? In 3, 2, 1. Guys. Oh my god. Holy And it's got strawberry jam in the middle. Olivia, I'm afraid you have been fully avenged. This is pretty incredible. It is truly a beautiful slice of cake. Would you look at this? I need to put it side by side with Olivia's slice of cake and the drawing. And I honestly think not only it's super clean and pretty impressive. It's an insane amount of cake. It looks as good as Olivia's one. And I love that they paid attention to the strawberries. This is going to be so sad for Olivia that she can't taste this and I'm the one tasting it. Childhood trauma. We all have to live through it at some point. What even is this? I just looked at my monitor above the camera. Look at the colors of this. Look at the way there's like a rainbow coming out of a rainbow cake. I am so happy. I really want to say thank you to the children who allowed me to take their drawings into a reality. It's so special to me because it's so different the way I envision cakes or the way I make them. I would stop at any of these steps. I would think it's too much, it's too colorful. But like we fully went there. It's so cool. And this resulted in my favorite cake we've ever had. Look at this slice. Guys, how is this real? How do you eat this? Okay, I got strawberry. I got practically every color of the rainbow. I've got buttercream. It's like being stuck in Sesame Street or something. Let's give it a try. The cake is strawberry flavored. This is delicious. I just accidentally dropped a whole bunch of frosting on my carpet, so thank you, Olivia. I will send you my dry cleaner bill. When I tell you, this is so good. It tastes like strawberries and cream. So the frosting is just regular frosting, but the actual cake is strawberry flavored in a way that is not artificial. It is so good. The cake is a little bit crumbly, as you can see. That is the only thing I will say. But because there's so much cake, so many different layers to it, I understand why, because there's just so much of it. So the ratio to buttercream frosting, you really have to go and dip on some of this frosting to really mix in with the cake, so it's less dry and crumbly. A 10 out of 10 flavor though. The outside is like white chocolate cream, strawberry, and candy on the outside. Like, look at this. That's a lot of frosting. That was a little bit too much for me. This is only a child has the stomach of steel to be able to process this amount of frosting. I'm not gonna lie. There's like rock candy as well on the inside. It's watermelon flavor. For our first AI versus human take on a cake that has been drawn by a child, the winner by far 100% is the human interpretation. It's just so much better. Flavor is incredible, so creative, so many more textures, colors than the AI generated images. AI, you are cooked. This lady who runs a bakery from her garage, you will never be able to replicate that level of brain power. Okay, a little bit of candy as a dessert, and it looks like a unicorn flew up on my table. This is a drawing that was requested by Jackson, who is 10 years old, because I think children develop such different skills in drawing. A 12-year-old's drawing is completely different from a 4-year-old, you know? So let's see what Jackson has requested. This is Jackson's dream cake. 3, 2, 1. Wait a second. Is that blood? The cake is bleeding. Oh my god, those are arms! Screaming for help! Jackson, this is beautiful. We should not be concerned at all. This is incredible though. Morbid, but incredible. At 10 years old, I could not draw it like this. This is essentially an ocean underwater cake with a shark on top, and then it's shark attack themed. The hands of the people who are being eaten alive by sharks, screaming for help, with blood everywhere. It's got fish in the bottom and seaweed. And if anyone calls child protection services because of the bloody shark attack cake, I will step in and I will get Jackson out of jail. Do children go to jail? I love the first cake. I love the rainbow. He used all the colors. This is entirely different because I get it. There's a theme. Let's see what Jackson's dream cake looks like on the inside. 3, 2, 1. That is pretty incredible. That's blood. I thought it was the American flag for a second. It's dripping blood from the top of the cake and mixing with the ocean water. It's first of all, genius. Second of all, I don't think bakers will be able to actually make this in real life, but I will try. It's kind of like a layered, so I'm imagining it's going to have stripes and then specks of blood all around, which is perfect. I did ask for the inside to match the outside, so I am to blame. So we're going to do the reveal of both the AI versus the human baker cake. I'm going to basically use the exact same prompt that we used for Olivia's cake, but I'm just going to upload Jackson's shark attack cake. This should be really interesting. I bet ChatGPT is going to be like, this is too much blood. This is against our rules. I'm going to do this on ChatGPT. I'm going to do the same thing on Gemini. That's it. I'm going to do essentially the same thing, just using the slice of cake and... okay. I want to see which one is the best interpretation because sometimes it just fails. That's it. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this. This is going to be so good. I love the drama. Jackson, you made the cake that left me speechless. A cake with blood dripping and body parts is... thank you, is what I'm trying to say. Jackson's parents, you're doing a great job. I'm not sure if you're doing a great job at raising a child or the follow-up to the Zodiac Killer, but you're doing a great job. I'm joking. This is the cake that I would do if I was 10 years old. This is, you have no idea, like the blood, the body parts, the fish swimming in the bottom, like nothing is happening. This is insane. So I'm gonna start with ChatGPT's interpretation. Here we've got Jackson's cake, and this is what ChatGPT came up with. Wait! Wait, that looks kind of incredible. Also, I love how ChatGPT did not care and made this almost look more violent and graphic than Jackson's drawing. The blood is like crystallized sugar. Look at the detail on the shark. It looks so similar to what Jackson made. And the hands, I'm kind of obsessed because they look like the drawing but also realistic. Also, I love how these sharks don't eat white people. This shark said, I'm good. The shark saw a person from Sweden and said, I'm okay, I already ate. No thank you. Let me speak on Jackson's behalf. This is not supposed to be targeted to any skin color in particular. It's just a coincidence that everyone is brown skin colored. The bubbles, the fish, and the seaweed in the bottom. I love this. This looks like it's out of a cartoon that I would watch when I was little. I love the bubbles, the seaweed, the ocean effect. There's no way the baker is going to make this. I love how the shark looks angry too. That is the cherry on top. This time around, this is Jackson's dream cake, a 10-year-old imagined by Gemini. This shark said, I only eat white people. This shark saw people from Sweden and said, delicious. I don't know, that was my Swedish accent. The blood is not as bloody in this one. Gemini said, children safety activated. I like ChatGPT's version better because I think it's as gory as the original, and I'm obsessed with the child who draws a gory drawing. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a demon in the corner of the drawing, you know? Like, this is how I imagine children's minds work. It's very cool. I love the fish, I love the bubbles. This one I think looks more realistic. I can see these being made apart from the splashing on top. That's too intricate, and there's no way our poor baker is going to actually make this. And here we've got the shark attack themed cake made by Jackson, a 10-year-old. I hope it's bloody. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Also, what I didn't think I was gonna say in a video that was plotted by literal children. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, this is incredible. Holy, it's Caucasian people being eaten this time around. That is so cool. That is pretty impressive. I am so blown away by someone having the skills to transform a drawing into this. I love everything about it. I love the seaweed. I love that they paid attention to details that Jackson put in his drawing. I'm looking at Jackson's drawing and I can see the fish, the seaweed, the bubbles. Like, they actually went and made the bubbles. One of the things that I do have to mention, I mean, it is the elephant in the room. The baker made all the people being eaten by sharks white. While in Jackson's drawing, the people were definitely not white. There was some melanin to it. The baker said, damn right, I support it. I love everything about it. The shark on top is really, really cool. The only thing I will say is I wish the blood was dripping in a more aggressive way. I did think that was going to be like this half of the top layer was gonna be like blood. But I mean, I also understand that it's hard because they actually used real melted candy melts. This shark was actually made. This was not bought from a store. It's not a decoration. It was made. They made the teeth. There's a bloody arm in it. One of my favorite things in this cake, actually, which I didn't think, the background you see, there's this like wavy effect that they made with the fondant where they mix white and different shades of blue, and it creates this ocean pattern. I did not think they were gonna go that detailed. Jackson's drawing kind of left it a little bit open when it comes to like this part. There's little bones on top of the shark, which I will have to show you separately with a different angle. It is so funny. And then the arms, they were hand sculpted. There's this little detail which is a little wave separating the top from the bottom layer of the cake, and that wave was actually in Jackson's drawing, so it's really cool that they actually paid attention. They added certain things, like there's coral in the bottom which was not in the drawing. There's sand that makes this so much more interesting and aesthetically pleasing, the sand warmth with the cool of the water when there's the opposite of each color. I'm colorblind, so I have to study this theoretically. Like, all these things are not taken for granted. It's the way they take a children's vision and make it into something that is beautiful to look at. Looking at the cake and comparing it to the version from ChatGPT, which I think is the more similar one, both of them are very good. It has this marble effect that I think looks really cool and makes the cake look more expensive. I will say, I think ChatGPT did the bloody part a lot better. I love how ChatGPT did the blood. I am so blown away by this, but also I'm excited to cut a slice because Jackson made the funniest cake request possible for the inside, which was the waves and then splashes of blood, which is not even possible. Like, physically, it's not possible to actually make that. So I have no idea how they've made the inside, but that will be interesting. Now let's see what the slice of cake looks like. I was very shocked when I first saw this. I thought it was gonna be like rainbow and sunshine, like Olivia on the inside, and then I see blood all over this slice of cake. Let's see what Jackson's slice of cake looks like according to ChatGPT. Interesting. It looks very similar to Jackson's drawing, like really similar, but also doesn't look real. A whole lot of frosting and only 2 pieces of sponge cake, which is strange. This is a very strange interpretation of it. So it seems like there's a trend here. ChatGPT makes the outside better and Gemini makes the slice of cake superior. But let's see. And this is Gemini's interpretation of the slice of cake that Jackson made. Wait, they kind of ruined his vision. This child wanted horror, violence, gory, and you made his blood look like little sharks and stars, and it looks cute. Jackson wants murder. It's made of like strawberry jam, I think, which is very realistic. I'm going to pick the best image from the AI generated, and we're going to compare it with the real bakery. I say let's compare the slice of cake versus the way Jackson envisioned. I think the mom maybe wrote to me and told me that it was supposed to be blueberry. There was blueberry mentioned, so I don't know where that came from because it's not in the drawing. I want to cut the shark. Should we cut the shark? I cannot believe is the shark made of cake? I wasn't expecting the blood to be soft, but it is. Wait, I gotta remove the shark, guys. There's no other way. Here we've got our slice of cake. Oh, no way! No way! Oh my god! This is so cool! I am so speechless! I have never seen cake do this on the inside! This is amazing! They've made it! They made a bloody ocean cake filling with like some strawberry in the mix to make it extra bloody. This is insane! This is so much better than what ChatGPT did. Okay, if I was on the fence about this one, this kind of makes up my mind. How do you make a cake that is waves, but also bloody? This has never happened, I think. This cake is cooler on the inside than it is on the outside. Most interesting effect I've ever seen. This is truly remarkable. I actually have no words. I have never seen cake do this. How does the red stay suspended? How does this even happen? If anyone is actually a baker, this must be really difficult. It looks gory. This is a gory slice of cake. If I was 10 years old and I was watching this video and this was my drawing, I would lose my mind to see this look like that in real life. I'd be like, this is not real. Somebody pinch me. This is my Disneyland, you know? Oof, this is going to be so good. It's so tender. Way more moist than the other one. Wait, that's blueberry! I didn't make it up! I was like, turns out that's blueberry jam on the inside. Like, I didn't actually make this up. Planning these videos is a lot more work than you guys think, and especially when I'm not the one who can place the order for the cakes and read every message, because otherwise it ruins the fun and the reveal of the cakes. I knew I read the blueberry somewhere. I wasn't sure if it was with a parent or with a baker. I know somebody mentioned blueberry, and so let's give it a try. This one is superior to the Candyland. Wow, the sponge on this one is actually like vanilla. It's a vanilla that is almost milky white chocolate. I'm not sure if it's actually the combination of the frosting. There's a white chocolate flavor to it, and then combined with the blueberry jam on the inside, honestly, an explosion of flavor. Like, when you look at this and you think this is visually stimulating, it's visually stimulating when you have a bite of it too. It's really a delicious cake. I could honestly, I'm not exaggerating, I could sit here and eat maybe half of this cake in one sitting just with a fork. I'm not going to, because I value my health. A home run. These people clocked in. I'm gonna say, at the beginning of the video I said we're going to finally figure out who's clocking in more, AI or the real human baker. And I gotta be honest guys, the slice really took me there once I saw the inside of this cake. The human clocked in. The winner of the battle for Jackson's cake is 100% the baker. This is so cool. I was on the fence when I saw the outside because I was disappointed with the blood, and then when I saw the blood on the inside I was like, that's what I wanted. I would lose my mind if I had this cake when I was 10 years old. So in the future I would love to fly these children here. That would be really fun if the parents allow, of course, and do a live reaction. So give the video a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Those are the things that make it possible for a part 2 where I'm like, oh, there's enough people that actually are supporting this specific type of content and would like to see this, so I can put time and money into it. So thank you to those of you who subscribe, who's got the notifications switched on, and like the video. What an amazing, fun cake video this was. I'm so pleased with how this went, and I'm just so excited to make a part 2 to this. Next time I want to do a 3-year-old versus maybe a 12-year-old child, like both ends of the spectrum. I think that would be really fun, but you know, that's up to you whether you want to see that or not. AI is cooked. Unfortunately, we're not there yet where AI is outperforming the sheer skill of this lady. Maybe ChatGPT is good at vibe coding, this lady is good at vibe frosting. That was not funny, but you know. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of people are going to ask, how can I help you make these videos? If you want to be part of this, I call this like my subscriber missions, where instead of paying a random person to like, you know, and get their children to make me a drawing for a video, I'd rather pay a loyal subscriber. To me, this is a no-brainer. I get to help you guys and work with you guys, and then you also understand the cinematic universe. So if you'd like to be part of it, I'm gonna put a link in the description down below and you can go and join. I'm the only person who has access to this. I'm the only person who'll be messaging you. There's no like weird like company. It's me. I'm the one who always manages this, so don't be fearful. You're not gonna get spam email or anything. The link will be in the description down below and you can join. The only thing I will say is you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel if you really want to be part of it. And this is something that I will confirm with you. Like, are you subscribed? Are you a loyal viewer? I need you to understand what kind of content we're making, you know, if that makes any sense. So anyways, that was it. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe. Only if you like this video. If you didn't like it, that's totally fine, and you can go and watch something else. I love you either way, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.